I remember the days when when traveling was easy. Seems like it's so long ago. Today, this is the most stressful thing I've ever been a part of. Good day and welcome back to a new vlog. This is the first time vlogging in a very long time, so this is gonna be fun. I'm going back to Norway today, and that's gonna be a very interesting trip because on Monday Norway changed rules regarding quarantine and that sort of thing. They changed it on Monday, so I might have to go into a quarantine hotel, most likely going into a quarantine hotel. Quite annoying because I didn't plan for this at all. So yeah, this is gonna be quite an exciting trip, and I have a lot of movie gear I'm bringing with me as well, so that's stressing me a bit. So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna show you if I'm ending up in a hotel quarantine. I'm gonna show you how that looks like from the inside too. So yeah, stick around. Hopefully we get through this together, yeah? But now I'm gonna go pack the rest of my shit and I'm gonna get out of here because the time is now 5:30 and I need to grab a taxi soon. Alright. So after gathering all my shit, I went downstairs and then I ordered an Uber. And then it was straight for the airport. First of all, I recommend everyone that's booked tests on the airport to be here quite early, because you're not allowed to check in your stuff, check in your luggage before you have the tests ready. And also for all us Norwegians out there, if you're traveling through Denmark, they have, even though you're just like landing in Denmark for a couple of hours and then going to Norway, in Denmark they have a rule that you have to have a PCR test 48 hours before. And in Norway they have a rule you have to have a test 24 hours before, I think. I need to prove that I live in Norway, which I can, so it should be fine. But yeah, Jesus, like I was standing there and for, I don't know, 20 minutes trying to fix everything. Like changing rules every week is just making total chaos for everyone, and it's oh man, sorry I didn't film anything more than before now. I had a ton of equipment with me and it was really hard to film in the same time, so yeah, make sure to be here early, have a lot of time. You cannot check in your luggage before you have a test to show, and if you're taking the test here at the airport, be sure to be early, because there was actually a little bit of a queue. So yeah, be early, and I'm gonna go through security now, so I'll catch up with you later. I remember the days when the most stressful thing was going through the security. Today that was the simplest, because there was literally no one there. You could just walk right through. But I'm through the security, and so I'm one step further to getting to Norway. Awesome. Let's see if what kind of problems we can get into in Denmark, huh? This is gonna be great. All luggage has been sent. I just don't know where to begin. If it's oh my goodness, just the fact that I'm traveling with so much film gear, which I need, and I cannot lose it. It's stressing me out. And like the things that I don't know what's going to happen. And like I mentioned earlier, like Norway and Denmark has different types of tests. They have different types of rules. So just by the way, if you're traveling to Norway through Denmark, pay attention. Because Denmark, they have a rule, you can only tests that are acceptable to them are PCR, and can be taken 72 hours before departure. And Norway are accepting PCR and antigen, but they only accept it 24 hours before, if I'm not mistaken. That's at least the last thing I read. So yeah, literally, like, if I cannot prove that I live in Norway, then I'm stuck in Denmark, or they will send me back. I have to buy a new ticket and come back. Like, I mean, come on, it's a transit. Like, I'm there a couple of hours. It's so dumb. Then I'm getting to bed again, and then apparently, like, I have to be in a quarantine hotel, which they changed the rules on Monday. So yeah. By the way, I'm gonna show you the entire thing today, at least what I can film. I'm gonna try to film as much as possible. I remember the days when when traveling was easy. Seems like it's so long ago. But it's actually more people at the airport than I expected it to be. Thought it was going to be less. But no, it's people have a travel lust. I can imagine. All of you who wants to travel to Norway through Denmark, just be aware of this. Also, I have a friend of mine, like this was last week, 2 weeks ago, and that was before they changed the rules in Norway. But just because he had a transit in Denmark, he had to quarantine in a hotel in Norway. So that might be something to be aware of. I don't know. I'm just saying that happened. So you do with the information what you want. I just hope it goes well. It should. I can prove that I still live in Norway, so it should be fine. But yeah, can't wait until everything opens back up again and things are going back to normal. That's gonna be one hell of a day. I'll check in with you guys in Denmark. Probably not do it before after security control, because I will probably have to talk to them for quite a bit. Yeah, I'll see you guys in Denmark. So after landing in Denmark, it wasn't as bad as I was first told. They kind of divided us into groups. People who were vaccinated or could document that they have had the virus the last 6 months, they were sent directly to the passport control. Us that were not vaccinated or had any papers of being sick at all, we were directly sent to mandatory testing. And for me, this was very good news. I don't mind getting tested at all, and now I wouldn't have any problem getting through the passport control. So now I'm in Denmark. Everything went well. There was no problem getting through the passport control at all. So yeah, so no problem landing in Denmark whatsoever. I have been in the lounge now, eaten something, had something to drink, relaxed for a bit. So this was it was really good. This was really nice. So yeah, no problem so far. And I'm about to leave for the flight to Norway. So we'll see how that goes. So stay tuned. So I landed in bed again, and I went to the passport control, and then something very interesting happened. I did not have to quarantine in a hotel. You can imagine the surprise on my face when I was allowed to go through without any any guards leading me to a hotel somewhere. I had read everywhere that you had to go to a quarantine hotel if you weren't vaccinated or can't show that you have been sick with COVID the last 6 months. So I went down to Luggage Reclaim, and there is mandatory testing of people who's not been vaccinated yet. So I don't have any problem with that, so I did that, got the test results back in like 20 minutes, went on and got my flight back to Ålesund. And I'm home, guys. Quite surprising. It was quite stressful when I got there. I got to the passport control. They started asking me a lot of questions. But the guy I had there, he was really nice. He asked me questions, and he was being really respectful. It's clear that the rules being changed all the time confuses everyone, not only me and you, but everyone, even the guards sitting in the passport control. Cause like what I read that I had to be in a quarantine hotel no matter what, because I'm not vaccinated, I haven't been sick, not at all. And so I was really surprised that they let me through. I got to go to my apartment, which I am still, by the way. I'm still in quarantine. Almost done. I took my second test today. First one was negative, by the way, so it's all good. So if it's negative today, I'm able to go out to tomorrow if I get the test back tomorrow. But like, I got to the passport control, started talking to him, and of course I tried saying like, okay, they have penetrated me 2 times so far, all the tests were negative. They're gonna penetrate me one more time, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be negative as well. So during that trip, I've had 3 tests, all of them negative. I also said that like I have an apartment where I have my bathroom, my own kitchen, so everything is on my own, and yeah, I think maybe that helped. I'm not sure, but he listened and he told me about the rules that I need to follow them. Of course, I have, and I still do. But yeah, like no, there's definitely confusion because. Yeah, I talked to a bunch of other people as well, which are Norwegians. They're not vaccinated, and they have not been sick either. I can't document for it, but they were treated differently. They ended up in a quarantine hotel, but they went to Oslo. So I'm actually gonna read up what this girl told me, because I understand people are getting really irritated. I was worried that I had to go into a quarantine hotel as well, and I actually get irritated on their behalf because apparently, like, when she got to the passport control, they didn't even bother to listen at her. Like, they didn't give her the time. When she got up to the guard, he instantly told her to go to a quarantine hotel. He wasn't even bothered to listen. He or she, I don't know. But yeah, I can imagine that's very annoying. She writes, she was going to travel from Heathrow to Stavanger with a transit in Oslo. She's not vaccinated. She had done all the tests, and she has done the registration form we all have to do before going to Norway. She has an address in Norway, so she actually lives in Norway. First of all, when she got to Heathrow, she got a message that, okay, her test is too old, so she has to take a new one. So she got down in line, took a new one. Yeah, they were really helpful at Heathrow. Yes, they were. They were helping me a lot as well, I agree. When I landed in Oslo, I had 1 hour, 55 minutes to catch my next flight. There was an insanely long queue at the passport control. She waited almost 45 minutes before it became her turn. And when it was my turn, this girl's turn, it was closing into her turn, and she could see that a lot of people were let through. But when she went to the guard, she wasn't able to explain herself. They weren't interested in the negative test she had taken. They were sent in groups down to the arrivals. They got their luggage. They had to take a new test, and then they had to wait for that result, which is as as it was in Bergen, it was like 20-30 minutes. They had to wait. They couldn't give any information about her ticket, if she would be able to get back her ticket like in 3 days, if she had to buy a new one, or if the airport would help her with it. Like, there was no information given at all. She tells me like she feels like her rights are taken away. She can't even explain herself. Like, they don't care at all. On the hotel, there was one governmental guy sitting there. He couldn't answer anything either. Yeah, like, if you, of course, break this quarantine, like, they will give you a fine, or you might even risk prison. Like, it seems like they're actually treating people different, which is also very annoying. Like, this video here is just to give people a highlight on what's actually going on, how it is to actually travel in these days. And with all the new rules, of course, I mean, we have to take this virus seriously, that's not what I'm saying, but, like, if you keep on changing the rules continuously all the time, no one will be able to keep up with it. Like, not even the guards at the airports are able to keep up with it. When you're continuously unsure about what to do, both the customer and people working there, it's just gonna create even more confusion, and people are gonna get annoyed. So, but like, of course, I am no expert in how to deal with viruses at all, but still, like, this is not a good way to treat your citizens. I've read that other people that was in my position also ended up in a quarantine in a hotel, so it seems like I am just like the odd one out. And of course, I'm very grateful that I didn't have to go to a hotel. It's a very weird time we're living in. Also, like, I tried find a lot of information before I went to the airport, but like a couple of days before, I tried calling Scandinavian Airlines, and this is actually something that pisses me off. Scandinavian Airlines, I love your airline. Like, I'm flying with you whenever I can, but this incident here is something that annoys me quite a bit. For 2 days, I tried reaching Scandinavian Airlines, no response. And I have pictures and stuff to prove this. Like, first day I was sitting 1.5 to 2 hours on the phone, just trying to reach the customer service. And then I tried their chat, and I was placed back in the queue 3 times, because you have to be there every 15 minutes when they are checking if you're still there. So I ended up waiting 6 hours the first day. Second day I tried calling them again, and then it was 1 hour 20 minutes and no answer. So I got no help whatsoever. The day when I finally reached them on the chat, like, I got to ask one question, and when I said that I was not really happy with it, she just hung up the chat and moved on. And that was me after 6 hours of waiting. I was so pissed. But then again, I know this is a very hard time, and must be hard for Scandinavian Airlines to keep track on everything as well. So in a way, I understand it, but I still love you, Scandinavian Airlines. Don't worry about it. But this is just something that really, really irritated me. I really hope you guys liked this vlog, and that you got some kind of insight into how it is to travel now these days. If you did like this video, please leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe. That would really help me out. I'm a new YouTuber, so everything helps, really. So this was just a video for you to get an understanding on how things are now. But be aware that the rules are changing all the time, so what you're seeing in this video might have been changed by now. So you just be sure to read up on all the rules before traveling anywhere. So I hope you guys get home safely, and that we get this virus shit under control. Love you guys, and subscribe, please. See you in the next one.